Earlier, Kutsia was fatally injured while trying to protect some girls from an armed robber. She wakes up to find herself reincarnated in a fantasy world as Cain, who belongs to a noble family, who as past he keeps his memories from his life, so his family considers him a genius. At the age of 5 he undergoes a forced baptism. The gods grant him all their blessings, and max out all his stats. When his family sees this they warn him to keep their blessings a secret, but he sets his sights on becoming an adventurer. Many experiments continue in the library of the royal palace, where Cain reads a book written by Uia, the first monarch of the kingdom, who addresses the reader as someone from his own world. As the text is fixed in Japanese, Uia formally introduces and explains himself. The fantasy world decides to write the story of how he came to the truck. When it interferes with him, but he fanatically closes the book. He thinks he's revising for the upcoming academy entrance exams. He just plays along and nods to avoid any further curiosity. He tells the two to interact with them. He openly states that he doesn't want to and even refuses their offer to do it the next day. Took off. He was accompanied by his vice captain. He invites her to a mock battle. The knights have planned outside the capital for the next day, and she walks past him, telling him she can get away with it all one more time, and survive until the next day. It is revealed that Cain is now 12 years old. He can officially register as an adventurer. The wide-eyed news burst into Claude, excited to see the mingling of adventurers entering the guild hall, as he ignored Cain, the first veteran to remind him of this. Immediately noticed that he had eaten. He only has one life, so he has to be careful when he checks in. Cain feels like he sees the guys somewhere, but turns his attention back to the lobby where Raisha greets him. Not wanting any unwanted attention, Cain decides to skip his Baron title, after which he orders a drop of blood to be placed on the crystal to complete the registration. Jirenk remembers his teachers Millie and Nina being downgraded and wondering how they are doing. Raisha formally informs him that she can answer any question at any time. That and being friendly, some sub-G low-rated men feel very comfortable and start calling Raisha to spend some time with them, which she does. Doesn't match. The leader tries to annoy Cain when he strikes like a ballerina, but he easily causes him to fall to the floor. His comrades take it as disrespect and decide to punish Cain, so they rush him. He quickly escapes, causing them to collide again, the party leader preparing to thrust his sword, but Cain interrupt him before he can explain his reason. Claude is berating them for picking on the little boy. Realizing it's a member of the Ice Fire, the troublemakers fall in line, offering to fight them if the redhead wants to fight the evil one. The party knows he's outmatched and gets up, but advises Cain to remember their faces as they justify themselves. Risha thanks Claude for helping her in a Fandral voice, as she claps her hands together. Cain also thanks her for helping him, says thank you. He did it more to teach the guy a lesson. Claude quickly changes the subject and points out that Cain knows he's strong just by his actions. Claude likes Cain and offers him a drink as a reward for his great performance. The red-haired girl gave him a fruit juice and continued the conversation. Adventure teachers indicate a child's social status from an early age, so the redhead tiptoes into a date when Cain shows interest, revealing that Ice Fire is the name of his party. Flaming Sword and his wife uses ice magic. The name is incredible, and the noble couple is surprised to see the party. Claude emphasizes the importance of finding a reliable party, which will allow him to solve large tasks. He will receive his gold. The guild card shows that he is a high-level adventurer. Cain is excited to see this. His new friend tells him that the first king was a 3-time S-rank adventurer, so he still has a long way to go. After hearing Cain announce it, this discussion breaks down inside to achieve his goal. When Claude's wife Lena hits him on the head before criticizing him for drinking when she accepts the quest, Lena comments on how cute Cain is when he introduces himself, and explains that her husband saved her from some rebuffs him, and assures him that if anyone tries to cause trouble, he will defend himself. Then his friend Cain heads to the wanted board to pick up his first job. He browses through the ones that match his level, and is disappointed to find that he's just a delivery guy, who they've hired for these nameless characters. They don't cast the shadow. They don't understand the joy we feel when we see them pulled. Cain likes to fight, so he prefers a task that involves defeating monsters, preferring to defeat a group of goblins in the Eastern Forest. Said goblin is rewarded for his defeat, and there is no upper limit. He decides to go on a quest and leaves, happy to have his first official job. Noble tells them that he has just signed up as an adventurer and is going on his first trip. After hearing this, Tijuana leaves his obligation to follow Cain, which surprises him, but he has the right to do so because he is responsible for overseeing Cain's training. Ul put The captain enlists the help of the vice-captain as he is dragged away by the captain shortly after the duo is about to complete the mission in the jungle. The king can't complain as Tijuana drags him around the noble and uses her search ability and finds the place. Directly in front of them, the goblins release him and soon rush forward. They arrive at the area to find that the wagon has been attacked and a group of goblins gather on their victim with a spell that heals his wounds and brings him back to consciousness. The captain notes that the goblins are superior, but quickly takes them out as more emerge from the bushes. He takes care of them to fight a horde of goblins and even easily defeats the goblin general, who fully celebrates the green lizards coming out of the woodwork. Kane requests a human evacuation from Tijuana to deal with new enemies. As soon as they move, he blinds the monster with a light orb spell, and hits them with an ice spell coming out of the tree line. Later old Tudor Millie and Nina arrive on the scene, taking on the green lizards. Instead they have to search for a huge hole that the student left, which Nina doesn't even bother to investigate, and later that evening, Kane returns to the guild hall to report that he's defeated some green lizards, and he wants to know once even if he didn't accept the quest, the compensation would be paid. Raisha was more surprised that destroying a single green lizard was a D rank quest, and had a marine rank if he had a group of them. Kane announced his defeat. 30 The receptionist can't believe his ears, and quickly heads to the back room to alert the boss that an incredible kid claims to have defeated 30 green lizards. While informing Cedric and Kane that he would handle his case, since the guild master was busy with other things, he bitterly asked Kane where he got the monster, since he was a G-ranked rookie who couldn't do such things he thinks. Feet Reese points out that she can't accuse him of cheating without proof, but Kane doubles down on them as usual. Cedric sees that he already looked at the registry, and sees that Kane is just a normal person. He calls it a second farmer trying it to deceive the guild, but there is a backlash. Cedric is convinced of his conclusion, and decides to cancel the guild card as punishment. The receptionist calls him out, and returns his anger to him, saying that this is an abuse of power, because when he knocks says to be quiet. The book on the table, cheating can never be tolerated. Cedric concluded his decision and told Kane to leave the boy as he was just an adventurer and living his dream, so the guild master entered the room to find out what the fuss was about. As their noise interrupts his conversation, Cedric explains that Kane won't admit to his deception, so he decides to join them to find out. Cedric can't believe that a boy his age has destroyed 30 green lizards. On his first day as an adventurer, it becomes clear that this is a fraud. Guildmaster Knuckles and his subordinates tell him that a boy can do such a feat. I'm surprised to hear this, but it only confirms the Guildmaster's suspicions. Tijuana explains that he's here to discuss measures against the goblins and green lizards with the Guildmaster. The Guildmaster refers to Kane by his Baron title, which makes Cedric put a brick in his pants. Forces to live. He also reveals that he is a famous hero who saved the princess and Miss Silk Kane, thus giving up his title to be treated like a commoner. When the Guildmaster adds that the nobleman is his son, the G-work becomes difficult. Garm King is shocked to learn that the Guildmaster is Tijuana's brother. Cedric revels, and apologizes on the floor for his sin. Kane quickly forgives him when he learns that insulting a noble is punishable by death, but warns him not to make unreasonable assumptions. With the defeat of the 30 green lizards, the future guild master decides to step up, but he is soon demoted when Cedric and Raisha leave the room, and the guild master formally apologizes to Kane for his rude behavior. Must capture it as part of the climb. He ends on a family matter as he hopes their future union will be one of happiness. Kane is happy that his brother-in-law is so understanding that the gods are watching from their kingdom. One of them wonders if this is a lot to give him level 10 protection. Xenon comments that he should be even stronger because Uran's seal will soon be broken, which will shock the other gods because his return will threaten the world, a threat that will last for 300 years sealed throughout. There's someone in the world who would be a good mentor to Kane, who is unaware of the life-changing events as he enjoys the golden card, which the other two later find out about their encounter with Tijuana, forcing him to apologize for.